Hello, and welcome back to KSA Today. We're doing the round table with John, Nick, and Alex. As you guys might see, I am wearing a referee jersey. It is because these guys can get so intrigued into one conversation that I need to be the referee in this and make sure that they stop.
I have one question before you begin. Are you a replacement referee or a real referee?
I am a real referee.
In case you need it, because I know we don't have whistles.
All right. So, guys, is A-Rod a big loss for the Yankees, or not so much because he's done so well in his 2 games back?
A-Rod will absolutely help this Yankee team. Right now, first off, he's motivated. He has 13 more home runs. If he reaches if he hits 13 more home runs this year, he gets a $6 million bonus. That is a lot of pocket change. And in addition to that, the Yankees right now offense is absolutely awful. They're in the bottom of the MLB in offense. In fact, they're 27th overall in the whole MLB in offensive totals. So any offense A-Rod can give them will help this team.
I have to tell you this. That was the most ridiculous, naive thing I have ever heard in my life. Hey, you think A-Rod gives a crap about the Yankees? All he wants is cash in his pocket.
Well, he can get cash by hitting home runs!
But here's the thing.
But I'm right!
A-Rod can probably not hit a home run in my father's softball league, okay? That's how old he is getting. That's how pathetic.
He's 38 years old! He's probably juiced out of his mind!
Are you kidding me? He's gonna have a suspension.
But he can play through the appeal process!
For the next year eating bonbons all day, he's going to gain 200 pounds, and he's never going to be able to play baseball again. I guarantee you, he's not even going to come back and coach. He's not even going to play an old time.
You didn't even answer the question!
Okay, boys. Jordan, will you repeat the question for me real quick?
Is A-Rod a big loss for the Yankees?
Well, obviously...
Wait.
Nick, hold up.
What is the Yankees' record since A-Rod returned?
0-2.
0-2. What is baseball really about?
Winning games.
Has A-Rod actually helped the Yankees? No, he's been a distraction, and despite the fact he's hitting .333, it's clearly a clubhouse issue. The people around him aren't performing, and frankly, the MLB wants him off the field as soon as possible. This is going to be one of the fastest appeals process we've ever seen. He's going to be gone before you can snap your fingers. There you go.
Let me hit you with some stats.
He's not going to be there long enough to make it.
Let me hit you with
He plays for cash in his pocket.
This is a round table, so we go on a round, okay? Let me hit you with some stats. Right now, the other Yankees third basemen, Jason Nix and David Adams, have a 0 WAR for the Yankees. They do not help the Yankees win games. Alex Rodriguez right now is .6. Last time I checked.
How many games have they won with him?
Last time,
games have they won?
Because he's been out for the whole year.
That A-Rod helps the Yankees because other guys don't help the
If they
Yankees?
can't beat...
That doesn't make sense.
If they can't beat an average White Sox team, how do they expect to contend? A-Rod or not, if they drop 2 of 3 or 3 of 3 if they lose tonight to an average White Sox team, how are they going to contend?
Yankees contending and A-Rod helping the Yankees is 2 different things.
No, he helps them by helping them contend. That's what helping is.
A-Rod will not have a negative...
There's the bell.
All right. Will A-Rod play again?
Sweat towel.
Will A-Rod play again? Yes or no?
I mean, if after the suspension and he doesn't get banned for life, yeah, he will play again because he is under contract for 4 more years. And over those 4 years, he is owed an average of $21.5 million. And in the past couple of years, we've seen this trend with the Yankees, or this year at least, where they don't want to spend that much money. They have wanted to kind of take the cheap road, which is very...
I'm sorry?
Kevin Youkilis, Travis Hafner, Vernon Wells.
They spent a bucket load of money on Vernon Wells. How old? Lyle Overbay is how old? A-Rod is what the Yankees want. They want an overpriced, overrated blowhard who was good 10 years ago. And that's what A-Rod is. A-Rod is the typical Yankee.
You're getting off topic.
A-Rod is in $1 million
Let me finish my point.
That's what he is.
He's a person, not a hot dog. You don't put ketchup on A-Rod.
No, you just inject him with loads and loads of PEDs. And they're silent, which means I won.
No, whoa, I didn't finish my point. Let me finish my point, young man. Here's the thing.
Young man, well, anyway, 1916, go.
I don't even. What were we talking about? Yes, A-Rod will play another game for the Yankees. He is owed too much money to have him sit around in AAA and do nothing. What if he can? Him sitting on the bench is better than him playing in AAA. Why have him in AAA? He'll probably give steroids to all your AAA people. You don't want him in AAA. You want him playing at the major league level. If he can still swing a bat, he still has a pretty good swing, and he can help you out. Even if he'll be an overpriced average player on the New York Yankees, but he'll still be helping your team, and he'll still be wearing pinstripes.
Well, I have to say I agree with you on that one. A-Rod is definitely going to play baseball again. Probably not in the major leagues, but in the minor leagues. He's going to fail. He's going to be a completely useless member of the minor leagues. He's not even going to try. It'll be like a wiffle ball game to him. And then again, the Yankees are going to be wasting a lot of money, a ridiculous amount of money on A-Rod.
Okay, like you mentioned earlier, A-Rod's going to spend the next 2 years sitting on his couch, eating Twinkies, whatever. He's going to come back. He's going to be 40 years old. The Yankees are going to be in a financial situation where they can buy out his contract, and some independent league team, we saw Roger Clemens do this last summer, played for an independent league team trying to make an MLB comeback to push back his Hall of Fame date. He wants the steroids talk to cool down. A-Rod will play independent ball, trying to get a major league team to pick it up, but clearly he's a clubhouse issue. Nobody's going to. He's going to bounce around from independent league to independent league in Texas, in Arkansas, and Alabama, and the Dakotas as basically an excuse to bump the ticket price up $5. He's going to be a sideshow attraction. And at this point, what he's done to the game of baseball, he deserves as much.
He will.
All right.
Okay, he gets how to use the belt.
Yeah,
he gets how to use the belt.
Let's not let Alex Barth win. He thinks he always wins. We need to prove that he doesn't always win. That needs to be proved tonight.
Jordan, who gave you that referee?
Right.
Actually, Alwyn gave it to you. So.
All right. Where does A-Rod rank among haters like Rose, Canseco, and Clemens?
I see him as top 5. I don't know exactly where to put him, but he's definitely top 5. He's disrespected the game of baseball to a point of no return, and I don't see how you can hate this guy. He's self-absorbed. He's a you know what. There's no way to like him.
I have to agree with you, but I will say this: he is not nearly as bad. He is not as bad as Roger Clemens and Pete Rose. Roger Clemens and Pete Rose should both be locked in a closet where they have no contact with.
Why do you want him in a
Stephen A.
closet?
Smith. Okay, Stephen A. Smith.
Hey, don't insult me like that.
Look, Barry Bonds to me will always be public enemy number 1 because he broke such a hallowed record and really had no regard for the history of the game. Oh. He had no regard for this game. You finish and I'll pick up. Go for it.
Okay. They should both be locked. They should both be held in solitary.
Back to the closet.
Solitary confinement.
What's going to happen when they come out of the closet?
They should not be allowed to touch a baseball anymore. That's how much they have disrespect. Not only have they disrespected the MLB, they have disrespected the game of baseball, and most importantly, they have disrespected the Mets.
What? Now, once again, Nick sidesteps the question. Once again, Nick sidesteps the question.
Roger Clemens.
What are you talking about, Roger Clemens?
I don't even need a
question
talk. You just made yourself sound like an
where
idiot.
does A-Rod rank among haters? And you're going off Roger Clemens, this, the Mets, that, closets, this. Go be an interior designer for 60-year-old men is what I'm getting from you right now, okay? I mean, Bonds to me is always public enemy number 1. A-Rod, top 5, top 10 like that. You have a lot of guys. Shoeless Joe Jackson is kind of in that question mark list. Was he guilty? Was he not? Pete Rose, yeah, he
Shoeless
gambled,
Joe
but
and
was he really?
A-Rod are different
But you're telling me that A-Rod is more hated than Pete Rose?
I think what A-Rod did to the game of baseball is worse than what Pete Rose did. What Pete Rose did not directly affect the game of baseball. He was just a jerk to his own team. What A-Rod did directly affected baseball history.
Being a jerk to your own team is not disrespect to the game of baseball. Baseball is a team game. Being disrespectful
I don't
to
want
your
somebody.
Is a huge
I cannot respect somebody
baseball.
who cheated and changed the game. Pete Rose did not cheat. He did not change the game. He was a jerk. He should not have done what he done, but he did not affect the history of the game. A-Rod did, Bonds did, Clemens did.
There's a steroid era, not a gambling era. A-Rod's the reason we have a steroid era.
Part of the reason.
You said A-Rod is the reason why we have
Part of the reason.
He's the reason it has continued to the point that it has. It should have been done by now. I think we're done.
All right. That went on for a while. Okay. So what will happen with A-Rod streak? Like with how they played for the past couple days.
What was the question? I
What will happen?
fell asleep like Mike Francesa.
You know, with the losing streak they're on right now, I'll tell you this. The AL East, you can see behind you, is kind of tight. The Yankees are 6 games back of the Red Sox right now.
Their only chance
They're
is
back
at the
3
wild
on the wild card. Right. You're going to need a wild card. I'll give them 2 weeks. If they can prove to me they can be competitive in 2 weeks, that's fine. If they drop,
10 games in the next 14 days, stick a fork in them, they're done.
I think they're done. Two
This
weeks
early?
will tell the story, but they're last in almost they're near the bottom in every category. Pitching, offense, on base, slugging, everything, they're near the bottom. Their pitching isn't good. Jeter looks like he's done. He's such a leader in the clubhouse, such a good motivator on and off the field. He means a lot to this team. He doesn't look like he's coming back. Injury bug has hit this team hard, and I don't see this team coming back.
I agree with you 100%. The Yankees are completely done. Basically, what they should do is get wheelchairs for all the players so they can play. That's how the entire team is injured. They have no shot. What the hell are they? What can they do? What makes anybody think that they can actually possibly have the potential of being a good baseball team?
Here we are.
I don't even know.
They have a potential. I mean, they have a few good players.
Most of the
I mean,
players on the starting roster are.
they're up there in a
you should
very
know the
competitive
start.
division. They're up there in a very competitive division. But like you said, they're far from being a World Series contender.
Well, yeah,
Even a playoff team, I think,
Right.
they're pretty far.
Right.
And the second wild card gives you this optical
Yeah.
illusion that maybe you can make the playoffs. And
But it's a one-game thing.
And it ruins teams because it's ruined the trade deadline because there's less sellers because
Right.
they think, oh, maybe we can get in the playoffs. But guess what? You can't.
All right. So for the last question, which manager is on the hot seat in the American League East?
To start this off, no manager in the AL East is on the hot seat. I think if any manager is to be should be sweating it out a little bit, it should be John Gibbons down in I should say up in Toronto, because this team last offseason acquired a ton of payroll, a ton of superstars to try to turn Toronto baseball around, and that didn't happen. So if anyone were to be sweating it out, it should be John Gibbons. But every other manager here is safe. They've all had successful years.
Let me ask you this. Where did they get those players from?
They got them from the Miami Marlins.
And how did Miami do last year?
They did awful.
What makes you believe if you move the southernmost team in the league to the northernmost team in the league, they'll succeed? It's still the same team, but they are playing in a much more competitive division.
But when a manager
All
cannot
right, give me a point without just completely yelling.
What? Whenever a team gets a lot of talent, like in one season, and the manager cannot execute, is proof that something about either a coach or a manager or something about the organization, it's pathetic.
It's the players in Toronto.
let me-
The manager, they couldn't compete in
Let me
Miami.
respond
What makes
to-
you think they're going to compete in
let me
Toronto?
respond
They
to
got rid
Al's
of the only
point.
good player they had in R.A. Dickey.
They obviously thought it would happen because otherwise they wouldn't have made the
Well,
trade.
clearly they made a mistake. A change of scenery rarely, yes, will help a player. But when you're going to bring an entire team and just change the city, that's not going to work.
But
Hit the bell, will ya?
bring it like a man.
By the way, Joe Girardi on the hot seat. Joe
Girardi
Girardi
is not on the hot seat.
Ridiculous thing I've ever
There's
heard.
no way.
It's
Joe
not his
Girardi-
fault. It's not his fault. The Yankees. Hey, you said yourself. The Yankees need to clean house and get younger. And part of that means getting a new manager. You rebuild
The
from the
Yankees
top
did
down.
not spend enough money this offseason. They did not put a
I'm
competitive
sorry,
team
cut,
together.
cut. I'm sorry. All right, we're gonna be back after this with more of KSA today.
Hi, my name is Noah, and you're watching KSA.
Hi, my name is Noah and you're watching KSA.
Hi, my name is Noah, and you're watching KSA. That's it. Sorry, no one's in me now. Hi, my name is Noah, and you're watching KSA. Hi, my name is Noah, and you're watching KSA. Hi, my name is Noah, and you're watching KSA. Hi, my name is Noah, and you're watching KSA. Hi, my name is Noah, and you're watching KSA.